तड़का मार के रेडियो गरम मसाला.
Vanakkam, hello, namaste. Welcome to Radio Garam Masala. I'm Kavitha, and today I have here with me Somun and Roshan, the main team organizers of the Swan Festival of Lights. Welcome Somun and welcome Roshan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kavitha.
Thank you for giving us the time today for this interview. We just wanted to ask you a few questions. I mean, first of all, wish you both a very happy Diwali.
Same to you.
You have been, how long have you been organizing this festival for?
Well, this festival is now the 7th iteration of the festival, and it's an annual festival. So it's been going on since 2008. This particular iteration of the festival, we would have started several months ago in terms of the artistic side, but the planning has gone on for probably about a year in terms of grants and funding and doing the various coordination that one needs to do for something of this scale.
Yes, so this, like Roshan said, this festival started in 2008. Swamiji, who's our guide, who started Analashmi and Temple of Fine Arts and Saraswati Mahavidyalaya, informed us to celebrate Deepavali for the Perth people and the Perth city. So that's how Swan Festival Light was born in 2008. In 2008, we started at the Bell Tower, and we started growing every year, and then we moved to the Esplanade. We were there for 1 year, and then we moved to the Supreme Court for the last few years. And this year, we are celebrating Deepavali for 5 days, and we are very lucky to have Dr. L. Subramaniam and Ms. Kavitha Krishnamurti, and as well as Ustad Usman Khan from Pune. So, and our Deepavali, like in Perth now, Deepavali is becoming Diwali is becoming a really big event in Western Australia. Our Deepavali, we not only celebrate Indian festivals, but we also invite people from different communities, for example from Chunghwa, the Chinese Association, the Aboriginals, and also from Wapa and even the Flamingo, the Spanish. The reason for that is so that we celebrate Deepavali in the whole Australian spirit as one happy family. And our festival is also, we do encourage, like the sole purpose of what we're trying to achieve is to invite everyone to come down and have a good time, and we must have the opportunity to touch their heart. Whatever we do, like Analashmi or Temple Fine Arts or Saraswati Mahavidyalaya, is to do something beautiful based on our ability and whatever we can do, so that we can bring joy to people when they come and when they leave.
That's excellent. That's really nice. Thank you so much. So you have been part of this whole organization for a while. Would you like to tell us about what you both individually do and what you contribute to the Swan Festival of Light?
Sure. Look, I mean, Analashmi and Temple of Fine Arts are the key organizers. We are supported this year quite heavily by Belong Commit, so Healthways, in terms of the funding and coordination for the festival. Both those organizations, Analashmi and Temple of Fine Arts, are largely volunteer run. So we are both volunteers. And I guess the way in which we operate is not necessarily to be confined to one area of specialization. So we all do multiple tasks. So for Somun, for example, it's marketing, but there's coordination, there's artistic coordination, there's the food side of things. For myself, it's been funding, grants. Then on the downside of things, in terms of building props and whatnot, and being in the VIP tent. So for me, it's been multiple sort of roles, and the same goes for any of our volunteers. That they're not confined to one area as such, and they're able to be quite diverse in what they do. So your marketing and so many other things.
That's correct. Yeah, we all being such a small organization and doing a very large festival with not much external help, we are required to do multiple roles, And for us, like Roshan and myself and all the other volunteers at Temple Fine Arts and Analashmi, and also the city of Perth, there's many people who come once a year to just help out at this event. It's a real joy. Whatever we do, just like Analashmi and the Swan Festival Lights, is to just give back something nice. Our Swamiji told us it's good to do something nice for our new home, So we have come to this beautiful land called Australia. We should also embrace our culture. Just in Temple of Fine Arts, we don't not only teach classical dance, Indian classical, we also do like a bit of, you can call it fusion, so that we use whatever techniques we learn in this new place and how we can merge, showing that ultimately in culture and music and art. There's no boundaries. Like 6 months ago, we had a beautiful performance in Analashmi called Continental Nexus, where we had Indian drums and African drums. And when you're watching the performance, you can't tell which is an Indian drum and which is an African drum. Ultimately, it's all the same. So.
Music is one language, as they say.
That's right, that's right. And the reason why, I suppose why we as volunteers take part is that one thing we're trying to do through the Swan Festival is not only celebrate Diwali, Deepavali, it's also to, do the service sort of, offering that we do on a much grander scale. And that's, at the core of it. Service through the arts, service through the culinary arts as well. So this is just another opportunity for us to do that on a much larger scale, and to a huge body of people in one particular event. But otherwise, that happens on a day-by-day basis here at Analashmi. And as Somun was saying, at Temple of Fine Arts through the fine arts. So that's dance as well as your visual arts as well. Yeah, and music, of course, yes.
I'm sure the Perth public here really appreciate what you're doing. What are the challenges you face in trying to put an event together like this? I'm sure there's a lot of you do obviously get interrupted, and you do get a lot of hurdles you have to cross.
Volunteers, that's one of the first things. So we're constantly trying to find that balance between our, other lives, if you will. So most of us are working or studying and that sort of thing. So just trying to find that balance. So, late nights and lack of sleep deprivation during these sorts of festivals, quite common for us. And of course, just the coordination aspect. It's a massive events management sort of a task for us. So it's really about trying to coordinate all the different facets of the festival and the different stakeholders as well. So I think coordination is a key thing, and trying to get it all together in those 5 days. And throughout the festival, it's a sort of an evolution. Things occur on a day-by-day basis, and we just address those as they come up.
Yes, so I'll just add to what Roshan said. Being most of us are volunteers, so we do have a full-time role, and that's what's one of the difficult part of juggling, between our normal life and doing the volunteer role. And Swan Festival Light and all the other events we do are all big productions, and what we've been trained to do, or what we're trying to do, is anything we do for the Perth City or anyone is to do something beautiful. And in that something beautiful, there's a lot of practice which goes on for the dancers and the performers. And even in the Analashmi side, there's a lot of preparation which comes about to put an event like this. So these are the challenges, but we believe that anything we do something nice for another human being or for society or the place we live in, it will all work out at the end. So we do struggle, I will have to admit that, from finance to time, it's all that. We go through the normal process in what everyone goes through, but ultimately we see the happiness from the people, and we hope we can do more. We rely on the people of Perth, the people of the West Australian government and everybody else to give us the opportunity to do more beautiful from years to come.
It is very rewarding at the end of it to see it all put together.
Yes, and I'll just add, because whatever we do, it works on a very simple concept from Swami Shantana, who is our guide, and his disciple of Swami Shivananda. And whatever we do in any of our institutions, in any of our activities, work on a simple philosophy of love, serve, and give.
That's the core.
That everything comes back to that. Yeah. So whatever we do, we don't want any recognition. We just want to do something nice. That's as simple as that.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you giving us this interview. This is a small message if you would like to just tell our Perth audience and our Perth listeners.
Yes. Please come down and share on Facebook, and also anyone wants to come and help out. You do learn different things from at the stage area as a volunteer behind, serving like 4,000 or 5,000 people in 4 hours. So there's different skills which will even help with your future job, and learn new skills in life.
Look, Swan Festival of Light, you'll find us at Langley Park. So we are here from Friday, so today is the 20, what is it now? I don't know the day.
24th.
Today is the 24th.
And the website is S for Swan, F for Festival, O for Off, and L for
Light.
That's right, it's been a long week.
.com.au. So just come down and give us the opportunity to serve you through the arts and through the culinary arts. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Radio Garam Masala, spiciest radio in town.